this is a spiritual discourse, we can just take 1 minute to calm down and say prayers so that we can imbibe whatever knowledge is given to us today. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a talk on spirituality. The topic today is sacrifice as a means of evolving spiritually. And just like to tell you a little bit about our organization. It's a spiritual science organization. Some of you may already be familiar with it. It has its basis in Australia, in Melbourne. And the main reason that it was founded is to help people to understand that there is another world. There is a material world, but there is also a spiritual world. And today there is research going on which proves that besides the material world, there is a spiritual world. And when we talk about spiritual world, what do we mean? We mean the expansive, subtle areas of having auras, angels, heaven, hell, evil, good, all those aspects. Going back here. So the aim of the Spiritual Science Research Foundation is to educate humanity on the spiritual dimension and how it affects our lives. Unknown to most of us, it affects our lives to a great, great extent. We think that I can't see it, I can't feel it, so how can it affect me? But it affects us. And they're doing research today to show just how much it affects us. It also gives us tools to understand and experience the subtle dimension, to understand and overcome problems where the cause is spiritual in nature. Some of you may have come to our talks earlier where we had talked about the spiritual causes of health problems, and how even those have a spiritual base. And finally, to achieve spiritual progress and everlasting happiness. That is the main aim of this organization, is that every human being should have that sense of bliss. Today there is so much stress and strife, but it needn't be that way. What do we mean by the spiritual dimension? The definition is that the spiritual dimension is that which is beyond the seen world and cannot be experienced by our five senses, mind or intellect. Generally, we only believe in that which we can see, smell, taste, touch, or if our intellect or our emotions tell us this is right or wrong. But there's another world. And this includes the world of heaven, hell, angels, auras, spirits, and ghosts. So today's topic is sacrifice, and I'm sure most of you must be thinking, sacrifice, such a big thing, what to sacrifice. As it is, we have so many things to do in our lives, where to go and sacrifice. But it's actually a misnomer, because when we say sacrifice, we think we're giving up something. But don't forget, when we give up something, we're giving it up for some reason. We're giving it up so that we can get something better. I think all of us have sacrificed something in our lives. When we are children, we only take. By the time we grow up, we learn to sacrifice. Even a student wants to come first. What does he do? He sacrifices going out with his friends, talking on the phone, going to a movie. He sacrifices all that so that he can study and do well, depending on his motivation. So even in the worldly context, we sacrifice. So we're going to talk about how we sacrifice our body, mind, intellect, wealth, ego, and what sort of attitude we should have while we're sacrificing. And what is the difference between seva and sat seva? So these will be on our agenda today. Body is tan, man, dhan, intellect is buddhi, and ego is aham. Tyag or sacrifice. Let's first see what our bodies are comprised of. We all know we have our five senses, which are part of our physical bodies. We have our minds, intellects, and we also have a soul. So here is a diagram which shows you the subtle bodies. The subtle bodies would include our mind, which gives our feelings, emotions, our intellect, which makes decisions, then our vital force, the physical body, and then the soul within us. I want to show you how, through sacrifice, we can evolve as human beings and how it happens in stages. So here is the soul. The soul is a part of God, we all know. It gives us bliss. But you can see a thick black ring around the soul. What do you think that is? That black ring is what stops us from being divine. It stops us from being godlike. What are those things? Anger, jealousy, hatred, greed, meanness, selfishness, desires, all those things. They, in an average person who is not sacrificing or doing any kind of spiritual practice, he will go with circumstances like a puppet, up and down in life, happiness, unhappiness, happiness, unhappiness. Once you start sacrificing a little bit of your time, a little bit of make a little bit of effort, and you do spiritual practice, now the black ring is slightly diffused. You can see that it's not as thick and dark and heavy. What has happened? With sacrifice, with spiritual practice, slowly that soul part is also growing. And because it is growing, because we are sacrificing, the thick black desires, that heaviness reduces. Now this, the final light, so to speak, I think in all our prophets and gods, we see a halo around them. That's the light. How does this light come? When we are free of all attachments, all desires, all hatred, anger, nothing, only we are godlike. Though that means we are like saints. Saints will always have this kind of complete, nothing, no ego, just they live for love and for God. So this third image is of a self-realized soul who completely identifies with God. Now sacrifice, why would you want to sacrifice? What motivates us to sacrifice? Why should you sacrifice? Let's take the example of an athlete. He wants to be a good athlete, so if he sits in front of his TV set and sits and eats pizzas, hamburgers, chocolate cake, ice cream, will he ever become an athlete? He can't become an athlete like that. So what does he have to sacrifice? He has to sacrifice his pleasures of eating, sleep, and he has to make sure that his body is in prime condition. That means go out, do all the exercises, do the running, whatever it is that he has to accomplish. That means effort. So even at that level, physical level, we have to sacrifice something for something. He's sacrificing his pleasures for something that he feels will help him to become a success. In spirituality, it's a little different because we can't actually see. We can't see the difference. We can only feel it from within. So how do we do it? How do we sacrifice? Just a little bit, perhaps half an hour of sleep you might want to sacrifice so that you can do perhaps chanting, or you can perhaps do something for somebody else. In this case, when we're talking about spirituality, you would want to do something for God. That's what we call Sat Seva. So just a little bit every day, and slowly by taking those baby steps, you come to a point where you want to sacrifice more and more. Why? You're getting something for it. What are you getting? You're getting bliss, peace, happiness. You're no longer so stressed, and angry and agitated. All that goes. The sacrifice that you are giving is helping you to get inner strength so that you are growing, you are maturing. So when we sacrifice of ourselves, mostly what can we sacrifice? Whatever we have. What is it that we have? We have our bodies, we have our wealth, we have our 5 senses, intellect, minds. Those are the things that we can sacrifice. And what will we get in return? Something divine. Here you see this actually was done by one of our seekers who has this gift of seeing in the subtle. We're talking about the subtle. She can actually see in the subtle. And this is what she drew. That when you sacrifice your wealth, time, effort for God and your ego, you're creating a vacuum which is filled with God's divine light. So here you will get that peace, happiness that we were talking about. By giving up something, you get something even more, much better. You're giving up worldly things, you're getting something divine. You are enveloped by the light. You can see. So let's see, how can we actually do tyag or sacrifice? Sacrifice of the body. Generally we think that if you mean sacrifice of the body, that means I shouldn't bother with my body. No, it doesn't mean that. You should take good care of the body because it is given to you for a purpose. So don't unduly pamper it, but take care of it. Make sure it's healthy. Make sure you eat the right food, that you take the exercise so that you can use it for something other than just pleasure. And this will help us to progress spiritually through our bodies. As we progress on the spiritual path, we have to think that this isn't my body. It's been given to me as a trustee. I have to look after it. I have to do something with it for God. How can you sacrifice? You could volunteer. For example, supposing, for example, we hold these spiritual talks to help people. You could find other venues in other places. You could invite people, come and listen. You could actually help in cleaning the space. And those who know how to use a computer can put up the information on the SSRF website or make a PowerPoint presentation just like this one. Sometimes it means just sleeping for a little less to do God's work, to complete an article that you're doing on the website.